Hi there. Welcome to Bible Slash Chat. Jason, hi.
Hello.
Come on, Jason. Come on. No, we are. Jason, how you doing? Are you tired after the weekend?
Yeah, long, good weekend.
It was a good weekend.
Beautiful weekend.
We had an amazing weekend. We had a family camp.
Family camp.
Yep, it was
Pastor
fantastic.
Pastor James Lee. Cross Life.
Excellent sermons. I would encourage you, if you haven't listened to them, to get on the FBC website. You can
was really
our
good.
YouTube page and watch those.
Yeah.
Fantastic weekend. Just
Really
super
good.
encouraged
Yep.
by the Word and by our weakness and the reality of the strength of Christ. So super helpful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, he's Korean. Was that helpful?
No comment.
Look at this. Come on. No, I'm just teasing. Amazing sermons. Just fantastic weekend. So I shouldn't even joke. You're going to be offended. No matter what happens. You're always offended.
I am. That's true.
That's true.
Thin
okay.
skin. Uh-huh.
So we have a question.
Yes. It's a great question.
It's actually a really crucial question. As a Christian.
Yeah.
This is tricky. Okay. Yeah. As a Christian, are you allowed, according to biblical terms, are you allowed to defend yourself when you are attacked?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Obviously there's categories of that.
Of
just
being
have someone,
attacked.
just some random kidnapper or random mugger.
Yeah.
You defend yourself there, or you have maybe like being attacked like for your faith.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Of
so
course.
you could be persecuted for your faith.
Yeah.
So what do we say about the defense of the self in those contexts?
That's
Is it biblical,
such a
and what
good
should we say?
Question. Yeah. I think, like you said, you have to kind of divide it into different types of attack and even levels of defense, maybe, I guess, right? Like, it's not like we immediately shoot everyone who does anything against
Well, speak for yourself. But,
Yeah, I think that the problem or the issue people have is like, what if you're attacked for your faith?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the Bible talks a lot about that, and a lot about how you kind of lay down your life. Mm-hmm. You don't fight back. Like Jesus didn't fight back.
What would be a text?
Oh, like in 1 Peter, right?
Right.
Like he reviled. 1 Peter 4?
No, 2.
1 Peter 2?
Yeah, end of 2.
So reviled in 4.
Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
Don't ever correct me in public.
End of 2. First Peter 2:20. What year did you graduate from seminary? I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. 1 Peter 2,
correspondence
verse 20.
classes.
Whoa.
No. I have a real degree. And while being reviled, he did not revile in return. And here it is, while suffering. Not only like verbally, he uttered no threats, but kept entrusting himself. Meaning, like he didn't even go so far as to say anything back. So we should lay ourselves down when we're being attacked, persecuted. Now there may be a place for that, and I can understand that, but I think the Bible doesn't say like if you are actually being attacked, you have to be a complete pacifist, and the sovereignty of God brought that upon you. So therefore, don't do anything. You can't fight back. Just lay down. Yeah. So if your child is being attacked, what's a father's prerogative? A parent? What are they going to do? And love will defend.
Absolutely, and actually, God shows us that, right?
Yeah.
In Second Thessalonians chapter 1,
what's he going to do at the end?
Yeah, he's going to actually protect his people, and he will judge those who are hurting them. So
vengeance is mine, right?
Yeah,
he's going to pay retribution back to those who persecuted believers throughout the age, right? So, that I would say is like God even does that for the oppressed and those of his people like that. So I would say yes, in one sense, of course, generally speaking. In love, we would defend others. You have every right to defend your own body. Yeah. Even Paul, though, like now you go to persecution. Yeah. Do we say, well, it's the sovereignty of God, Jesus didn't, the early church didn't, whatever, so therefore, I would say, well, I don't know if the Bible has a mandate about that, where we can say, no, we should never defend ourselves when we're being persecuted. Now, I think there's a way you can defend yourself that could be needlessly offensive versus... Right. You're just doing what you can do or allowed to do. Yeah, allowed to do. Paul, when he was persecuted early on in his ministry, he escaped. Right. There was another time where at the end of Acts, what does he do for 2 years? He appeals to Roman law as a citizen. Totally. Yeah. He doesn't say, well, I am suffering as an apostle and Jesus suffered as Christ, so therefore I should not say or do anything. Yeah. No, in fact, he says, no, let's take it up to Caesar. Yeah. And he does. Yeah. So, with all that said, if Paul doesn't even, you know what I mean? Like, he could have every reason, and a lot of times he was persecuted, and it doesn't say he didn't fight back. We don't know what happened. Like, if there's a mob of people grabbing him, he's not fighting back in any real sense. He's being stoned or beaten. He was arrested and lashed, right? Yeah. So, we don't know what his fighting back may or may not have looked at. That's a little bit too much to read into. So, we just don't want to say, well, God is sovereign, therefore can't do this, must do that. And I think that goes back to even like the medicine stuff. Right? The in utero. Yeah, totally. Yeah, okay, so if God is sovereign, then don't use any medicine. Right? So I think all of that to say, if God is sovereign is a dangerous, potentially, you can misuse that. So, no, you have every right to defend yourself. I think within reason.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so self-defense, when we talk about that.
Yeah.
No, it's super, super helpful. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about self-defense. So you would say, as a general rule, defending the self or defending those who are close to you, family, etc.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing.
Love.
Yeah, love for others. And even like self-protection is not wrong.
No. Yeah.
But then there are seasons or moments when, in God's providence, you are persecuted, something happens to you, and First Peter tells us, like, Christ suffered and leaving the example for you, so you also ought to suffer in the same way. So there are times and seasons when someone comes after us for our faith, and God, through the Spirit, helps us to know that we ought to just be quiet, and then we should do that.
Yeah, and I think there, the spirit of it is, like, you don't need to defend yourself in that sense. Like, it's like, it's the spirit of it, where you are, like, you're dishonoring Christ by, like, being vile.
Yeah.
By being, like, violent.
Yeah, totally.
Like, like, you hit me, I'm going to hit you back.
Yeah.
Like, that attitude, right? As opposed to, this guy's trying to hit me, so I'm blocking, dodging. I'm trying to repel and push. It's not so much that I'm trying to, like, beat him up.
It's not attacking.
Yeah, it's defensive. It's not so much, again, like, aggressive.
Yeah.
So that, I think you can see it. You know it in your heart. It's not like you want to rip this guy apart, but you just want to survive and get this guy or whatever off of you.
Whatever the situation is, off of you as much as possible.
And I think verbally, this is harder to do than physical.
For sure.
Some guys attacking you on top of you, that's different, I think. And everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But if they're reviling us for our faith, I think we want to defend ourselves.
Totally,
We want to shout back. We want to,
there's a sense where
Facebook
I'm back with Facebook. Oh. Because it does work on that level, right? And in our culture, we're not being attacked necessarily as Christians, per se, physically.
Yeah, but verbally.
Absolutely. I mean, Facebook.
So fight back, And I think that ethos we want to be careful about, because that is not like Christ.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's super helpful. So a little nuanced, actually. It's not just like a one-to-one, because there's no verse that necessarily tells us specific instructions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right, man. Thank you so much. Yep. Very helpful. Oh. So if I hit you right now...
You can't say that on...
Oh, sure I can.
It's Bible/chat.
Yeah, Bible/fight. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, thank you so much. I hope that's helpful for you. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us anytime at info@faithbibleoc.org, right? Who answers the emails? Oh, yeah, actually not me. Other people do as well. Yeah, a bot. Thank you for your email. No, just kidding. All right, well, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.